Good morning, students. So the next topic is phases of GPS survey. Okay. So the different stages of GPS surveying are planning and preparation of GPS survey, field operation, horizontal and vertical control, data sheet, visibility diagram, data processing, and report preparation. So all these elements are coming under GPS surveying technique. So we can discuss one by one. First one, planning of GPS survey. So before doing any work, whether it is survey or project, etc., anything, we should plan the whole process. Okay. Likewise, GPS survey must be carefully planned for the easy execution of the work and getting good result. So planning is very important in order to execute the work very easily and also in order to get good final result. The first and foremost thing in GPS surveying is that the weather condition does not disrupt the GPS observation, and intervisibility between the station is not at all a factor. Okay, since these observations, GPS observations are taken from the sky and all, the weather should be suited for that process. That is, the receivers, the satellite and the receiver should be clearly visible. The weather condition should not disrupt the visibility between the satellite and the observation point. Okay, that's very important. For establishing a base station accurately, static survey is best suited. And if we want to establish a base station, the method adopted is static surveying method. And for survey in which number of points are established, we have to go for rapid static method. If there is a number of points, we should adopt rapid static method. And for hydrographic survey, the most suited method is differential global positioning system, DGPS, consisting of a reference receiver and a rover. Because in DGPS system, as I have told, there is calculation of error, and by using this error, we will get the accurate details of the point. Okay, so like this we have to plan which type of survey method has to be adopted for a particular work. Okay, so that is coming under planning. For establishing control points, static and rapid static survey are the most suitable method. Okay, and overhead obstructions would probably occur inside the town and in forest areas. In congested town and in forest area, there will be overhead obstructions. So a combination in the use of GPS with the total station is the best in these locations. That is, if we have to do survey work in a densely populated town and also in forest, we have to adopt both method, that is both GPS and also total station, because there will be overhead obstructions in these areas. Okay, so like that we have to plan our process, which method has to be adopted for particular type of work. So planning includes the steps like reconnaissance, selection of station points, selection of position techniques, selection of receiver types, survey design, and validation of plan. So reconnaissance survey means it consists of checking the field site before starting the GPS observations. Before starting the work, we have to observe the field. So that coming under reconnaissance survey. And the topography of the site and the factors influencing the transportation of equipment from point to point, the accessibility to the required points, the density of vegetation nearest to structures, fences, etc. Can be sought through the reconnaissance survey. So the required parameters for the survey can be prepared before commencing the survey, like vehicles, type of instruments to be carried, type of survey to be conducted, etc. Considering some of the factors like the accessibility, whether the open area are existing around the stations, whether a control station or established benchmark falls in an area, whether proper lighting facilities are available for night observation. So considering all these factors, we can decide the vehicle, type of instruments, then type of survey to be conducted, etc. So all these process has to be done under reconnaissance survey. That is, we have to observe our field and the topography of the field, and based on the facilities available in the field, we have to adopt the type of instrument and also method of survey. Next is selection of station points. That is, if it is a short duration projection, we can mark on the field itself. that is the station points can be marked in the field. And building of monuments means in reoccupation mode and in long duration project we have to construct the monuments. That means monuments means that is reference stations. We have to fix the reference station, and usually the control stations or reference stations are fixed as a triangle, and by survey method we are fixing the control stations. If monuments are constructed, it should follow some standards. Okay, so that is under selection of station points. Then selection of positioning techniques. That is, positioning techniques depends upon accuracy requirement, then geographical environment, distance between points to be positioned, cost, purpose. So based on these factors, we are selecting the type of GPS technique. Okay, and if it is for control point establishment, usually we can adopt static method, and if the baseline length is very long, we can adopt static method, and if the baseline length is short, we have to go for rapid static method. And to plot large number of point objects in open area, we can adopt stop and go procedure. Okay, and to plot linear object, we can adopt kinematic method. So like that, we have to decide the technique we have to adopt for that particular project. That is selection of positioning techniques. Then selection of receiver, and it depends upon three factors like technical reason, then field requirement, and software. So based on this, we have to select the type of receiver. Okay, technical reason means collection method, then channel numbers, antenna type and characteristics, accuracy with respect to different methods. That comes under technical reason. So based on these technical reason, we can adopt which type of receiver. And also field requirement means physical characteristics of the receiver, power supply, then how many hour receiver can work without any external power, temperature and humidity of field. So all these are factors controlling the field. That is, based on this field requirement, we can select the type of receiver. Okay. Next factor is software. That is, each receiver is compatible with particular type of software. So by deciding which software we are going to use, we can select the receiver also. Okay, the receiver must be capable of collecting the measurement needed for the desired positioning technique. For conventional static method over short baseline length, single frequency are sufficient. Okay, that is for conventional static method. That is the basic static method over short baseline length, single frequency are sufficient. That is, the receiver is of single frequency type. And for conventional static method over long baseline length, we require dual frequency because they permit most of the ionospheric errors. So we have to adopt for dual frequency receiver. And for rapid static, dual frequency because they enable sophisticated data handling method. Since it is rapid static method, we have to adopt for dual frequency receiver. So by considering these three factors, that is technical reason, field requirement and software, we are selecting the type of receiver. Okay. Next is survey design, consists of direction of progress. That is design of our work design. Survey design greatly depend on the accuracy and GPS positioning technique employed. So based on that, we are designing our work. Next is validation of plan. That is, in planning phase of GPS project, the procedure and equipment to be used should be tested to ensure that they really satisfy the desired accuracy requirement. And the main components are tested in the validation process are the positioning techniques chosen, the equipment to be used, and the processing methods adopted. Okay, so these components are to be tested in validation process. So this is the first step, that is planning of GPS surveying. Next is field observation, that I will put in the next video. Thank you.